Hi students, welcome back. We are in chapter 1, Matter in Our Surroundings. This is your fourth topic in this chapter, that is states of matter. In our last video, we have discussed about diffusion. If you have not watched that video, link will be provided in description. Click on that link, watch that video and come back to this video. In our last video, we have discussed there are 6 types of matter, isn't it? But in your 9th class, we are going to talk about solids, liquids, and gases. In this video, we are going to learn complete description regarding what is meant by solid, why we need to call that particular substance as solid, what is meant by liquid, what are its characteristics, why we are calling it as gases, and what are characteristics of gases. Regarding solids, liquids, gases, we are going to discuss in this video. Before starting this lecture, I would like to show you some pictures. By this we can understand the entire concept. Here I like to draw. You see, it is solid. Consider this is one small part of solid. Small part of solid. In last video we have learnt solids, liquids and gases all are made of particles, isn't it? So in solids we need to represent some particles. Consider there are few particles in solids. By this arrangement, what you can get? We can understand all particles are tightly packed. All particles are very near to each other. There is no gap between particles. Particles are held strong, isn't it? These are points we can get while we observe this solid picture. All particles are tightly packed. All particles are very near to each other. We cannot see any gap, and all particles are held strong with nuclear force. Next, let us see all characteristics of solids, liquids, gases in this video. Okay, let us try to understand difference between solids, liquids, gases by observing every point. Let us consider this first point. Solids are rigid in comparison to liquids and gases. Whatever solid you take, that solid will be rigid. Every solid will be rigid. You are holding pen in your hand, you might have holding mobile phone in your hand. All those are solids and those solids are rigid. Well, coming to liquids, liquids is not so rigid. Liquids are not rigid. While coming to gases, we know gases are not at all rigid. Next, second point, solids have definite shape and volume. Whatever solid you take, there will be definite volume and shape. You see, if you take solid, you may have regular solid. Regular solid, you can get irregular solid also. What is meant by regular and irregular? Regular in the sense solids which have some shape. For example, you take mobile phone, it will be rectangle in shape, right? If you take a computer, that also will be in rectangle shape. You take pen, that will be cylindrical shape. Like that, there will be particular shape. Such type of solids are known as regular solids. What is meant by irregular solid? Of course, those are solids. It will have some mass, it occupies space, it will have volume, everything, but there will be no shape. For example, stone you take. Stone, it doesn't have any shape. There is no particular shape. It is irregular, but it has mass, it has volume, everything. While coming to liquids, they have definite volume but no definite shape. There is no shape for liquids, but there will be volume. You take any liquid you take. We will measure that liquid as 100 ml of water, 1 liter of petrol, 500 ml of oil, isn't it? We all will call like that. So by that we can say liquids have perfect volume but no shape. While coming to gases, neither shape nor volume. So no shape, at the same time no volume for liquids and gases. While coming to liquids, no shape but volume. While coming to gases, no shape, no volume. Next, third point. Solid particles have low kinetic energy. What is meant by kinetic energy? If you take a body, if any body is in motion or if any body is moving, then we call that body has some kinetic energy. Solid particles will not move because all particles are tightly packed. Because of tightly packed, particles will not move. While coming to liquids, liquid molecules have intermediate kinetic energy. I mean, there will be some moderate kinetic energy for liquid particles. While coming to gases particles will have high kinetic energy. In last video, we have discussed about diffusion. Gaseous particles will have high rate of diffusion. It will move very faster. That concept we can get from this one. If you see fourth, liquids can't be compressed appreciably. We cannot compress any solid. You take pen, mobile, stone, pad, computer, TV, vessel, whatever you take, we cannot compress solids. But you may get doubt. If you take rubber band, kerchief, any sponge, we can compress it, isn't it? Here, let us try to learn one concept. In your 11th class, you will get this concept. You take solid. Solids are divided into two categories. First one is known as elastic solid. Second one is known as plastic solid. Elastic in the sense solid which you can compress, which you can stretch. For example, you take sponge. You can compress, you can stretch it. You take rubber band. Rubber bands, you can compress it, you can stretch it. You can take any example like kerchief, you can take, you can compress it, you can stretch it. Those substances are elastic solids. While coming to plastic solids, you cannot compress it, at the same time you cannot stretch it. It is so rigid, like your mobile, all vessels in your kitchen, etc. So if you can compress it, it is elastic. If you cannot compress it, it is plastic. So sponge will come under elastic solid. Next, well, coming to liquids can be compressed. Can be compressed in the sense liquids can be compressed up to certain limit. certain limit. There is some limit. After that limit, we cannot compress any liquid. While coming to gases, can be compressed easily to some extent level. Yes, you can compress gas. You see, you take gas, try to compress it. If you compress gas, automatically gas will become liquid. That's how we compress all gas in cylinders. If you take cylinders, we have LPG, isn't it? I'll try to rub this and I'll explain. Right. You take cylinders. In cylinder, we have LPG. LPG stands for liquefied petroleum gas. First, they will take gas, then they will compress it. After compressing, automatically that gas would become liquid. Gas becomes liquid. That's how they will compress gas, and they will fit entire gas in cylinders by compressing. So they may ask you a question, how to liquefy gas. Name for converting gas into liquid is called liquefying gas. How do you liquefy gas? Two concepts you have. Number one, you have to apply pressure. You have to apply pressure. Second one, you need to reduce its temperature. These are two conditions to liquefy gas. First one, apply pressure. Second one, reduce temperature. Next, while coming to fifth point, solid molecules are held rightly by strong nuclear forces. If you take this is one particle, this is another particle, this is another particle, in between these particles there will be very strong nuclear forces. Because of these strong nuclear forces, all particles are held rightly and tightly. While coming to liquids, molecules are held tightly at an intermediate level. When compared to solids, it is less, but when compared to gases, it is high. So that only there will be no shape of water, but it will occupy shape of container. While coming to gases, very weak attraction between particles, so that only there will be more diffusion in gases. Particles will have more kinetic energy. Sixth one, solids are present in a very dense form. What is meant by dense? If you take small area, you will have more count. Dense is nothing but more count. You will get an example like dense forest. Dense forest in the sense more number of trees are present. Like that, in small area you will get more number of molecules or particles. While coming to liquids, density is present at an intermediate level. So not so much as solids, but high than gases. While compared to gases, while coming to gases, possess very low density. If there is a one particle here, another particle might be here, another particle will be here, like that. There will be huge gap between particle to particle in gases. Seventh point, solids cannot flow easily. Solids cannot flow, it will move. Don't get confused regarding the words flow and move. Flow is different, move is different. Flow in the sense, if you take water, if you pour water down, it will flow in form of layers, right? But while coming to solids, it will not flow, it will move from one place to another place. That is also by application of force. And while coming to gases, flows and evaporates easily. Yes, gases also will flow. Here we need to understand one word that is called fluid. Fluid. Fluid is nothing but bodies or particles which can flow. Water can flow, liquids can flow, and gases can flow. So liquids and gases collectively known as fluids. liquids will be flowing, gases also will be flowing. So liquids are known as fluids, gases are also known as fluids. Well, coming to last point, the diffusion rate is very low, which we have learnt in our last video. Solid particle cannot mix. It will take more period, more time it will take, maybe months or years. But while coming to liquids, it is moderate. We have seen with the cool water and hot water diffusion. But while coming to gases, diffuse at a very high rate. Gases diffuse very fast when compared to solids and liquids. So these are the concepts we need to understand from this. Let us have very quick revision. While coming to solids, all solids will have fixed volume. But while coming to liquids, there is fixed volume. You take solid, if you take any example of water bottle, you take 1 liter water bottle, you can fill 1 liter of water in that. And while coming to liquid, yes, there is a fixed volume, like 100 ml of water, 500 ml of water, like that. While coming to gases, no fixed volume. Shape. Solids will have perfect shape, maybe regular or irregular, but it will have some shape. While coming to liquids, no fixed shape, but it takes shape of container. So what is the meaning for that? If you take any liquid, if you pour that liquid in bottle, then that liquid will occupy bottle shape. If you pour that liquid in any vessel, then that liquid will take that vessel shape, like that. While coming to gases, no definite shape, at the same time no fixed volume for this. Intermolecular space. What is meant by intermolecular space? If you take solid, liquid or gas, whatever it may be, consider this is one particle and this is another particle. While coming to these two particles, there is no gap between this. You see this example, here we have one particle, here we have another particle. While coming to gap, there is small gap between these two particles. Let us consider one particle is here, another particle is here. Here there is a huge gap between particles. That is intermolecular space. Here you can observe one diagram regarding solids. Here intermolecular space is very less. While coming to gases and liquids, liquids less intermolecular space but more than gases. In solids, intermolecular space will be very less. In liquids, intermolecular spaces will be somewhat more, but in gases, intermolecular spaces will be very high. Next, intermolecular force of attraction. What is meant by force of attraction? Force between two particles. Force between two particles is known as intermolecular force. While coming to solids, there will be maximum high amount of intermolecular force. While coming to liquids, it is less when compared to solids, but while coming to gases, intermolecular force of attraction is very, very, very minimum. Simply to say, no force of attraction. Movement of molecules. In solids, molecules cannot move, just it will vibrate. In 8th class, you have learnt about one concept called conduction. How heat is transferred from one point to another point. There you can learn about vibration. So in solids, particles cannot move, no, but it will vibrate. While coming to liquids, molecules continuously move and it will slide over each other. We know water will be in form of layers, isn't it? So that only in liquids, particles will move or it will slide over each other. While coming to gases, there will be random direction. There is no particular direction. One particle will move in this direction, another particle might move in this direction, another particle might move in that direction, like that. There will be random direction in gases. Next, fluidity, I told you solids cannot flow, just it will move. While coming to liquids, it will flow. Gases, it will flow. Because of the flowing nature, liquids and gases are known as fluids. Compressibility, we cannot compress solids. While coming to liquids, can be compressed up to small extent but not more. We can compress liquids, but there is some extent. While coming to gases, can be compressed very easily. Now, if you compress gas, automatically gas can be converted into liquid. Gases can be converted into liquid by compression. Compression in the sense I told you, pressure. You have to apply some pressure to that. Diffusion. In last video we have learned diffusion. Intermixing of particles, no diffusibility. Mixing of solid particle with another solid particle is highly impossible, but rare cases it will. Here gas, liquids, slightly diffusibility. So water molecule will be mixed with another water molecule, but not greater as gases. But in gases, high diffusion. One gas particle will mix with another gas particle. Example, A. So these are diagrams regarding molecules. In solids, you can observe it is so dense. While coming to liquids, not that much, but a lighter dense than solids. These are gases. One particle is here, another is here, another is here, like that. So this concept is about differentiation between solids, liquids and gases. This is not that much important for your examination. It is very small topic which you have learnt already in your 7th class and 8th class. Just we have seen more points with more examples, that's it. In our next video, we'll learn very important topic in your first chapter, that is latent heat of fusion and latent heat of vaporization. That is most important topic in chapter 1. Whatever exam you take, maximum number of questions are asked from that concept. So in our next video, we are going to cover that one. Okay guys, if you like this video, share it. Thank you guys. We'll meet again in our next video.